Huh, Delane's actually not that horrible. Alright, so today, it's that time of the month again where I do a Thomas Evans Adventures video, and today's video, today's, episode, so this is gonna be, the start of, a certain, arc in, season 1 of, Thomas Evans Adventures where, it's, near Halloween. The timing for, this episode is kind of off, because, it's, April right now, and, October is months away, so it's kind of ironic that I'm doing Halloween episodes. For the next few months, there's gonna be a few more Halloween centered videos, like episodes of Thomas and Friends Adventures, and then starting with season 2, it's just gonna go back to regular stuff. A few Thomas and Friends Adventures episodes ago, it was literally Christmas, so the timing is kind of off. All right, so today's episode is about uh like if you're a Thomas fan, you should have at least heard of the Tim- Timothy the Ghost Engine te- theory in Thomas and Friends. And yeah, there's been countless videos about it, so I decided, you know what? I'm gonna make it into a Thomas and Friends Adventures video. So I did. Enjoy. YOLO. Thomas and Friends Adventures Season 1, Episode 7, Timothy the Ghost Engine. It was October on the island of Sodor, and Halloween was nearing. Like they do every night, the steam team was at Tim's shed, feeling bored. You know, Thomas said, how about I tell you guys the legendary tale of Timothy? We know who Timothy is, Thomas, Gordon said. He's the engine who works at the clay pits who barely got any screen time after the Tale of the Brave movie. No, not that Timothy, Gordon, Thomas said. I'm talking about the ghost engine, Timothy. And so Thomas began to tell the tale of Timothy. Okay, so I'm breaking the fourth wall a little bit here, but I'm not gonna tell you guys the tale in this video because it involves stuff that I probably shouldn't mention in a kids video. So if you want some context about Timothy, or a really good story about who Timothy is, it's kind of what context means, then I highly suggest watching Diesel D199's Timothy video, which is in the description. Okay, let's get back into the video. So after Thomas finished telling the tale of Timothy, all of the Indians were terrified. Except Henry and Gordon. Oh, come on, Thomas, Henry said. That tale is complete boiler sludge. But it's true, Thomas said. There's no way that an engine fell off a bridge and got scrapped. Sorry for the people who didn't watch the video in the description, said Harry. Okay, fine, Thomas said. Go tell Sir Tom Hatt and he'll tell you Timothy's real. Okay, fine, Thomas, Gordon said. We will. Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. The next day, Percy and Daniel got up early to pull the mail, because they do that now if you haven't seen the last episode. It was also foggy, which made it a little hard to see. As Daniel went to the Nafford station to collect the main line mail, Percy went to Farquhar, is that how you pronounce it, to collect his mail. On his way there, he saw a strange white engine in the distance. The engine was painted white, so he blended in with all the fog. What really terrified Percy was that the engine had the number 0 on its side. And he had no face when Percy went by. As soon as Percy saw he didn't have a face, he shrieked and ran and chuffed back to Nafford Station. Meanwhile, Gordon was at Nafford Station waiting for Thomas to shunt his coaches into place. When Sir Tom Hatt came out of his office, Gordon went, "Excuse me, sir." "What is it, Gordon?" Sir Tom Hatt said. "Why, I was wondering if..." And as soon as Gordon was about to ask about Timothy, Percy came rushing backwards with the mail. "Percy," said Sir Tom Hatt, "what the hell the helicopter are you doing?" Percy could barely speak. All he could say was I, and then his face became very pale. "Percy," Tom said, "just calm the fire truck down and tell us what you saw." I saw the ghost engine." Sir Tom Hatt looked confused. "Ghost engine? What ghost engine?" Just then Gordon interrupted me. "I hate to interrupt, sir, but I need to inquire your knowledge about that ghost engine." "What ghost engine?" Sir Tom Hatt asked again. "He means the ghost engine. Timothy." "Timothy," said Thomas, who just pulled into the station with Gordon's coaches. "Timothy?" Sir Tom Hatt said nervously. "Yes, that engine," Gordon said. "Now please tell Thomas that Timothy doesn't exist." Sir Tom Hatt looked at Gordon, and then he looked at Percy. "Thomas," he said, "I need you to take me to Timothy." "Oh, sorry, I mean Percy." Tom Hatt quickly climbed into Percy's cab, and they set off. "What the..." Gordon stammered right after he left. "Timothy's real?" I actually said Thomas. I meant to say Percy. Percy took Sir Tom Hatt to the last place where he saw Timothy, Maythwaite Station. I think that's correct. Timothy was dead silent and had stopped at the station. There wasn't anyone at the station because the station had a closed sign. It was closed down for the inside station maintenance. Just then, Timothy started to puff away. After him, Percy, Sir Tom had yelled. Percy then began to chase after Timothy. He chased Timothy far and wide and almost caught up to him. However, at the same time, the fog was beginning to lift. That sounds so amazing. Once the fog finally disappeared, Timothy disappeared with it. That's so legendary. I'm the master of this. No, yelled Sir Tom Hatt. We almost had him. Don't worry, sir, Percy said. Maybe we'll get him next time. There even is next time, said Sir Tom Hatt. Why is that? The forecast says it's going to be clear for the next couple of days. Come on, Percy. Let's go deliver the rest of the mail. Maybe drop me back off at Naffer Station, because I don't want to be here. That night, Tim Sheds Gordon apologized to Thomas about not believing in the story. Once everyone fell asleep, Percy opened his eyes and saw a white-looking engine right beside the water tower, facing towards him. Percy didn't shut his eyes. He just kept watching Timothy, staring at him, nervously. He didn't shriek or yell. He just stared at Timothy until he fell asleep. The end. Okay, now, if you didn't get at least, like, a little chilled or, like, laughed a little bit at that story because I added, like, a little more fourth wall breaks and, like, some more jokes into it, yeah. Yeah, this episode was actually a lot of fun to write mostly because I kind of just went all out with, like, the fourth wall breaks and, like, the jokes and stuff. I don't know, like, just, like, some of, like, the legendary quotes that I wrote down, like, fog was beginning to lift. Once the fog finally disappeared, Timothy disappeared with it. That's like a legendary quote. Like that should be like in the Thomas and Friends Adventures compilation of 2021. Do it now. Just put in the compilation if you're doing that to my channel, if you want to do that with my channel. All right, so yeah, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out my house on straw poll. Share this with your friends so I can get to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, you know the drill. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.